Alright, welcome back. I think now we can get up there. Another portal was blocking there. Now my fear is that we've rested at the bonfire, so is everything going to come back? Picked up the golden sea, but now we can continue on. No, another bonfire? Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, this is 8 feet from the other one, but quality of life, I guess. You know, let me rest just in case I didn't get my potions and whatever back. I think I leveled up. Yeah, I leveled up right before we stopped last time. So now let's start making our way up this winding road. See what's up here. Now you can start, like, parkouring around. I don't know if there's any reason to. I often do it just because you can, but I don't think there's anything over there to get. I was kind of hoping it would sort of snake around the path and sort of give you a ton of XP for killing everybody. I was trying to tell, did that giant ball, did it track me just a hair since I was off to the side? I mean, probably there's only so much it could do, but I was wondering if they give it a little bit of wiggle just so it's not completely a waste of time as a trap. So let me check around back at this church before I enter the church proper, get that bonfire. Maybe there's a... Nope. Looks like there's something over there that points. Oh, so this is interesting. So, you know, I was saying, like, this field down here is where you deal with Radahn. And I remember, like, there was some kind of catacombs or dungeon, and it's not easy to find on its own, but it's nice that, again, they give you a way to... Yeah, don't jump. It's nice that they give you a way to hear about it. Like, I'm kind of curious. My gut says no, like... Could you hop down onto the top of this pillar right in front of you? Somehow, I don't know, that seems like it'd block you there. Oh no, so there's a ghost that's gotten around, and then I'm wondering, well, he just fell off. I was wondering if there's a way to, like, torrent double jump onto those platforms over there. But yeah, I don't think there's actually a way down. So one thing, I'll show you Flames of the Red Mane with this thing. I think these things are pretty susceptible to fire. Yeah, so it used to take like only 2 to stun him, but now maybe it's 3 or 4. But then, yeah, you just sort of hit him from a distance, lock him in place, and stab him in the face. So these things become trivial. I don't know if there was anything else over here. Anyway. Alright, let's get that bonfire. Probably another sacred tear. Oh. Oh, that's where she is. Okay. So this is going to be Millicent, the invasion that we actually beat a couple sessions ago.
Who's there? Well, it matters not. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man. If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot.
One thing I've never been accused of is being wise, so let's keep talking.
Wise, you will leave
Oh, okay.
immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot.
All right, so let's take a seat, pump up our flasks one more time. I wonder what our flasks are up to at this point. I want to say you can get them up to, like, I don't know if it's plus 10 or plus 15. Might be plus 15-ish. I can't remember. But we're getting it up there, though. I wonder if resting is enough to advance her.
If you are wise,
Nope.
flesh.
Okay. So now that we've talked to her, this is the woman that the guy wanted us to talk to down here. So let's... I don't know what the fastest way is to get back to him. You know what? Let's just keep following the road just to explore. I was gonna say we could fast travel and cut over, but let's explore. Let's keep going. Nope. Okay, it looks like we got some bats hanging from those arches. Got one of the poison singers. Let's keep going. Is this just a... Oh, that's a singer. I was about to say, that's one we could talk to. And it definitely wasn't. More singers. We're going to keep moving. More bats. Some more of the warrior jars. I don't know if that means anything over here. Oh, there's a troll behind it, though. Let's not worry about that. We're going to keep on the path. It's going to take us through here. Oop. All right, let's do this with some degree of skill instead of drunken button mashing. Stop to pick up the shiny. Oh, okay. I was about to say, was there a Stake America? But no, we're back up the hill. All right, so let's go around this way so we don't immediately trigger. All right, so there's no help to be had from Headless here, so let's be a little more strategic. Tactical, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Pull him back. Nope, lost his lock. Curious what this does. No, it's not bad. Nope. Probably could have seen from all the blood stains on the ground that there's something going on. Or if I had paid attention to the messages. Alright, so we've gotten to the other side here. Doesn't seem to be getting us any closer to getting down, though. Let's see what the messages have to say about this. Oh, okay. It's going to be one of those, like, Bloodhound Fang fights. Let's see if I can hit him with a fire before we even get started. Not bad. Yeah, if you remember, we fought one of these guys to get that sword. Let's see if I can do this. I almost timed that one terribly. I think a hair longer on the wait, I would have gotten wrecked, but... Guessing that's a sorcery of sorts, but add it to the collection. But again, there's still... I thought this path would help us get down to where we were trying to go. It doesn't seem to, unless there's a way to get down a cliff face here. Which there is. Okay, cool. All right, not bad. Yeah, now the trick with this house is usually you want to run past it to avoid the guard dog. Come around the other side. I mean, unless you want to fight that thing.
I have awaited your return. The needle is repaired. Now it will forestall the rotting sickness, I'm sure. Will you give it to the girl, Millicent? I will reward you in kind. Millicent rests at the church atop the cliff beyond Celia, the town yonder, tended to by the witless pests who worship her, or rather her rotting sickness, as a god. A wretched fate, indeed. The poor girl, she never wished for any of this.
Interesting. Okay, I either didn't know or had forgotten the element to it that the creatures around her that shoot the needles out of her back actually worship her because of the rot. So I'm assuming they must be some kind of product of the rot.
If you are wise, you will leave immediately. My flesh writhes with scarlet rot. You ask that I stab myself with the needle to quell the scarlet rot. But how? Never mind. I've decided I would rather trust you than simply continue to spoil from within. Would you mind averting your eyes for a moment? Well, that was easier than expected. But why do I feel so...
So if you see, she's actually missing an arm, which if you remember from like promotional materials before Elden Ring came out, you know, one-armed... There were a couple of... there was a one-armed warrior, a woman in the early trailers. Now, I don't know if that was literally her or if it was Melania or... Is that all she's going to say? All right, let me go back down to the other guy. I think it's a little easier to actually go here and then cut east. Again, this is where we fought Commander O'Neill to get the needle in the first place. This way.
Thank you kindly for giving the needle to Millicent. Now she too can begin her journey and stare her fate straight in the eye. You've been a saint through and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Celians, descendants of the Eternal.
It's so stupid. I should be playing a magic build in this game at some point instead of always going with the melee stuff. It seems like there's such cool spells out there to try. I don't know if these are actually any good, but like that's a pretty good, I'm going to grab that. Again, I doubt I'll ever use it, but that's the one that keeps, hassling me with these guys here in the Celia town and et cetera, et cetera. I guess that's it.
Please make certain that little Millicent goes unharmed. Like her mother, she has the stuff to be a
Okay, so I guess Melania and Millicent are...
but commands only one arm and is yet preciously young.
I'm going to talk one more time just to make sure. Oh, okay.
Need me for something else?
No. Okay. All right, let's go back and see if there's anything to deal with here. Oh, okay.
I hoped to see you again. My apologies for when last we met. I fainted before I could even thank you. Everything is as you said. Since inserting the needle, the scarlet rot has ceased to writhe. Even the nightmares have abated. And now, though I can scarcely believe it myself, I can move as I please. Not that I could ever truly repay you, but I would like you to have this, by way of thanks. A token though it is.
All right. Always down for another medallion. Let's see if she has anything else to say.
On a journey, with the needle buried in my flesh, I've started to recall, but dimly, my destiny. It's all thanks to you. My name is Millicent. I pray fate permits us meet again. I'm considered the needle my destiny.
Okay, so that's it. Let's take a look at the map. See where we want to go. I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain here. I muted my microphone and didn't unmute it for the next section of this recording. So I was tempted to could I fake it? I've done it once before where I, for something happened to the audio and I sort of overdubbed the whole thing. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll try and sneak it and just try and make it sound. But I'm just going to say, yeah, no, I forgot to unmute my microphone at one point when I was recording this. And yeah, so this is all recorded after the fact. I'm sort of checking around, seeing what else I could do here in Caelid. At some point when it's over, I'm going to say, I'm going to admit to it, and that's when we're going to be back live. But basically, I was trying to figure out, what's left in Caelid that we hadn't checked out yet. and there was definitely the one like the magma worm. There's the Erd tree. There's a couple of structures that I haven't, sort of been to yet here in the Caelid area. And I'm not sure where I end up landing on. I know there was also like there was the tower that I jumped off of, and here we're back to where the magma worm is. There was a tower that I was scaling the outside of, and then when I got on torrent, or got off torrent, it made me walk backwards off a ledge. So that's another thing that I haven't done quite yet. But yeah, I think we're going to jump to this cave so that we can pop out and keep going on our way. So part of the reason why I'm always so interested in audio is, I want to have my audio sounding a certain way without me touching it. You can always record audio. I mean, proverbial you. You can always record audio and then bring it into some kind of software and then start playing with it. But that's definitely not what you get when you stream. But one of the advantages to having a setup that would work for streaming, even though I don't stream, is that when I have to do something like this, I don't really have to think about anything too much about, like the microphone's going to sound roughly the same. If I wanted to try and sneak it in like that this was all recorded at the same time, it would probably sound close enough that no one would be able to tell the difference. And so here, in the stream, what you're seeing is me, completely forgetting that I've been here before until I see this ball and going like, oh, right. I know I'm trying to get somewhere else, and I didn't realize they spun like that. I'm trying to get somewhere else and end up, backtracking. But anyway, so that's it about, part of why I spend a lot of time thinking about audios, because, you can fix a lot of things in post if you if you think about it ahead of time a little bit. The other thing, I do remember talking about this in the stream was, you look at the maps in these games and you think you have a place you want to get to, so you pick a location that you think is going to be nearby and be the fastest way to get there. And as you can see here, like I'm going around the entire swamp, having picked exactly the wrong place to start my little journey from. And one game that is notorious for that, in my experience, is Lord of the Rings Online, which I know I've mentioned a number of times, and in a lot of ways I love. But the real love for that game is the first 50 levels, the Angmar, I forget what the full title is. First 50 levels are stone cold classic, old school MMO gameplay. Level 50, it was the first big expansion. It was the second thing they sort of added to their starting world, was the Mines of Moria, which should have been amazing. And in a lot of ways, they realized its scope and in an amazing way. But getting around the Mines of Moria is the most stupid, frustrating thing in the entire game at times. You look at the map and you're like, I want to get to A. I feel like there should be a path there, but the three-dimensionality or something is not captured in the map, and you're left wondering like, okay, so I have no idea. And so it ends up being like the actual access is through another map going through another passage, and you just like, it's infuriating. And it almost single-handedly ruined this amazing MMO experience. Like, again, before, when I was just the level 50 Angmar stuff, I played that to death and I loved every minute of it. Running alts, my main, whatever, didn't matter. I loved it. Moria hit, and just navigating that area was just the worst for me personally. And then you get through it, and then you get onto like Rohan, and then it introduces like terrible horse riding, and then just like, oh god, okay. I wish there was some way they could sort of revisit and just like, what are we doing with this? Let's rethink everything and have a second chance at it, right? Like the first draft of everything is shit, I think, is the Hemingway quote, if it's actually him. But, give them a second draft. I'd love to see what they do. Anyway, so here what it is, I found something on the map in the graphics of the map, and I wasn't entirely sure what it is. And we're gonna come across this Everjail that I haven't tackled yet. And we're gonna give that a shot. Anyway, so that's my tight 5 on Lord of the Rings again. Absolutely worth playing, but the book quests in Moria really are the way to go. Don't, like, do side stuff if you want, whatever, but I found the book quest is a great way to sort of get through that content and not feel like I missed too much. In a simple way. So what was interesting about this fight is I'm doing what I normally do, which is like create some space and sort of watch a little bit. Is there any clue I can ascertain about what's a good move, what's a good time, what are the patterns, whatever it might be. And then it hits me with like this artillery barrage, which I don't think I've ever seen that in another encounter before. But what is going to make me realize I'm going to come back and try it again is that maybe I'm thinking about this all wrong. Like with a lot of fights, it dawns on me like what the game wants me to do is not roll away, roll to the side. It wants me to roll into the attacker. And so I'm thinking maybe the trick here is he's able to keep me at bay from a distance really effectively. So maybe what I'm looking to do is get up in his face and never give him a chance to create that perimeter. And this is what I was saying, yesterday when I was giving this a shot. And as you can see, if I can avoid that hammer, I think I have seen that spell before, and it's pretty nasty. I didn't realize I could backstab going into the fight, so it was great that was a possibility. But staying close, there again, you can see how nasty the hammer is. It almost takes me out. I have to create the space, and now I realize I need to get up in his grill again before he has any time to start messing around. But again, that's the beauty of these games is I can sort of think it through a little bit, and sometimes I have a decent idea that works out, which again is something in Remnant, like we playing a boss and I start thinking about it and I'm like, yeah, I thought about it, but it's just nope, just gotta slog through it. And now I'm about to realize that I muted myself and we're going to be back. I just realized I've been muted for a while. So I took on this. So great stuff on my part. It was interesting. I was nervous. Like, what do I need to do? Do I need to just get up in his business? What I was saying while I was fighting him was like the first fight went poorly. And it seemed like once I was at range, he kept me at range with his spell. So I was like, okay, this is going to be tough. So I was sort of musing to myself, like, what if I just get up in his business? And is that the trick? And it seemed to go better. I might have to overdub. I did this sort of once before where I screwed up the audio, so I might have to fix that in post-action. I'm doing this just to refill that one potion that I just drank. All that work for one blue potion. Okay, so I guess that's what, what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this. All right, what else? We can give the Erd Tree a try. Not sure what I was working with here for souls. Maybe I have enough runes I can pop those, get a level, so I'm not losing too much. 11,000. Yeah, that's not a bad amount. Let me see if I'm... Nope. Let me see if I'm close with some of these. It's getting expensive, like 18,000-ish kind of amounts, so I don't know if I'm going to get there. What do I need, actually? Status? 19,000. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get there. so this is probably stupid. Yeah, I'm going to be like 1,500 short or so. Did I get it? Maybe it's enough to just go kill that bear. Might be like 300 short, 200 short. Okay, let me go kill this bear. Hopefully it won't go poorly. Now, if nothing else, I think the Erd tree stuff is really susceptible to fire, so maybe that'll help. Nope. Wonder what I've picked up in terms of these materials. I've got starting to get some high level, but I don't know if it's what I need. 1, 8, 5. Yeah, I don't know what I need for. You know what? Let's take a look. You know, if nothing else, it's better to blow it on upgrading equipment than just dying and losing it all.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
I don't think I have anything. No.
I feel like I'm really coming to grips with spirit tuning of late. I can see how and why immortal essence exists. A spirit under the Golden Order. I can understand their yearnings, what they become drawn to. Master Hugh said it himself, actually, that I'm no mere apprentice any longer. Once again, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Roderica, the certified spirit tuner. I can hear it from across.
Okay, I think I've already.
You should keep your distance.
Okay. So, oh, nope.
You should keep.
Okay, let's do what we came to do. See if there's anything we can. Nope, nope. Not even the claymore, huh? What is it? Smithing stone 1. I should go buy some. Oh, interesting. Sometimes, so it's got like a sort of an area of effect sort of whip, but then it also, in other games, I think curved blades like this often would get around shields a little bit, as well as do, like bleed buildup. What am I looking for? 7. Okay, I know I don't have that. I'm half tempted to start pumping in like the other Uchikatana just to get it up to like whatever, and then make that a Hoarfrost Stomp, and that way if I want cold, I can just switch the weapon instead of having to go to a bonfire and redo the ashes. This is interesting. Intelligence, which my intelligence is garbage. It's interesting though that it needs more strength and intelligence than dexterity, even though it's a blood. Like I'm tempted to mess with it, but still can't get this up either. You know, it makes me wonder, like, do I need to go find the bell bearing that lets me buy 3 smithing stones? I don't know where that is, but let me buy 20 of these. Let me buy 15 of those. Is there anything here that I... Okay, I feel like I'm good overall. Yeah, let's go pump some points into the Claymore for nostalgia's sake.
Back already, no matter.
And I see now I'm stuck on 3 again. So what are we looking at? We're looking at about 190 and 60. So 250 damage is not, you know, it's not bad. Looking at the dancing blade where it sort of spins at them. Okay. Part of me's tempted to, I mean, it's low-level somber smithing stone, so it's not going to impact my blood fang. But there's a part of me that feels like I should be saving those for something else, and I don't know what. So can't up the shield. I don't think it matters if we can up this one. Okay.
The girl has come a long way. As ever, time and technique have made her stronger. 'Tis good to see. An imprisoned monster does not deserve an apprentice or a daughter, but at times that's precisely what she feels like to me. I've gone soft, and it isn't easy.
So I think I've duplicated Hoarfrost. Let me duplicate this one as well. Just, you know, again, if I want to put it on a Claymore or something later on. I wonder if I can actually put it on the mace. I'm not going to worry about that now. But, okay, so we were back here at Caelid. We're thinking about trying this Erd tree that eluded us before. I've got Red Mane Flame. I've got Headless a little bit stronger. So maybe we can pull this off. Probably not, but let's give it another shot, see how it goes. Not even sure what you get. I guess you get Crystal Tears, which, you know, we don't use that flask a lot at the moment, so, but it's something to do. Now, there was a cave here. Did we clear this cave? Was there a cave? Yeah, it's still marked. And I think we have to run by some wolves or something. I remember this, I just don't remember what we had to deal with at the bottom. Oh, was the two things like that throw the boomerangs? Yeah, and I had trouble separating them. What I'm hoping is I can... The other one's easier to stun. Hoping I can get a stun on this guy, but it doesn't seem to be working yet. Nope, that was poor timing. That was poor timing, but didn't die. Alright, let's try that again, and I'll go after the other guy, because I think I had much more luck. I mean, that didn't go badly, but let me try it again, swapping who I go after, because I know I can stun the other guy. Let me look at these medallions again. I was muted. I'm looking for something that might negate some physical damage. Helps stun. I don't think my flame counts as a roar or breath attack. Don't want that. That's something you can use. There's an ashes you get that could be useful on. But I won't get into that now. You know what? I'm going to just stick with it. Whatever. Hopefully Headless can hold out on... Can't remember. You can sort of run. Okay, I need you in the game, Headless. Good, one down now. Headless getting on here. Again, I'm happy to tank if Headless... I do need you to do something, Headless. There you go. Nope. Okay, got lucky. Again, yeah, Headless, keep chipping away. Oh, Headless is down. That's no good. Be the one. There we go. Nice. Very nice. That's a great one. Obviously, a +2 is a... Whoa, 65,000? That's a great talisman to have against fire damage, I believe. I think it's the best one you can get for that level, but was not expecting 65,000 souls for that, so let us level up before I lose that. Definitely going to pump a bunch into... This should get us like 2 or 3. I'm going to dump a bunch into endurance, because again, we're trying to get that up to 20. Almost there. That's not bad. And then after that, like, I'm kind of curious about that meteor blade, getting my intelligence up, but it's probably better to start pumping points into mine, because at some point I'm going to need access to more expensive ashes. I don't know if they're crazy expensive ashes, but they're more expensive. So now what I'm tempted to do is, we've cleared the main path, but there's a second path here past that rune bear, and I'm not sure what's down there, but I'm tempted to just take a quick peek. But I don't really want to fight it, especially not in these close quarters. Man, I can't believe I left myself muted twice in this one. Can I go this way? Is it just going to be picking up, like, yeah, sacrificial buds and looking at deer? Or is it actually going to be... Nope. All right. My attempts at stealth were unsuccessful. So it's 10,000 souls. It's not nothing. At the same time, you know, I might just sort of break for it and just see if I can get past it. Hopefully collecting my souls, and then... But mostly I'm curious what's down there before we leave and call this one done. Fantastic. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the souls. So what is down there? Or do I have to deal with this bear? I don't want to... I mean, the bears are kind of susceptible. Let me try it once and just see what the flames do to it. See if I can stun lock it. Or something. But I don't want to walk away from this clearing the marker when I'm not 100% sure what's the other way. So let's give this a shot and see what happens. This was a little quick there. Did that do much? No, that didn't do much damage. I'm surprised. Well, I don't know if I should be surprised, but I figured, you know, I was crouched in the shrubs. I mean, what... I figured that was sort of the stealth I need to do, and then he just went to town on me that first time. All right, so let me see if I can do another run for it, because I think at some point the cave narrows enough that you can, quote-unquote, be safe. I believe. So let me try one more time. Or the question is the trick to, like, get as close so you don't actually have to run past him as much. Like if I go for it now. Bull Goat Talisman. I mean, that's worth getting. I don't think there's anything else down here, so I'm glad that I checked it, but let's see what that does. Probably not something I can actually use, but raises poise. Oh, okay, that'll keep you from getting staggered. Increases your equipment load a little bit, it looks, or maybe it's just because it's lighter. So yeah, that's not nothing. But otherwise, now I gotta figure out how to get, well, I don't have to figure out how to get back. I can just die and leave. All right. So this is good. We can call this cave done. I want to go to the map. Go here. Marker. Remove. Nice. Okay. As I've said before, at some point in these games, when you play them enough, you get to a sort of zen place that you're like, yeah, 10,000 souls lost. Yeah, whatever. It's not the end of the world. I think there's one more of those I gotta be careful of. It's the third. Oh, it's up there. Okay. Wonder if I can actually jump on top of this building somehow. Like, does it help? Let's see how badly this goes. Let's get Headless going. Again, I have Redmane's Flame, which I think this is a little susceptible to, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to make the difference. It's not a bad amount of damage. Neither is that, but... Okay, so that's good to know. The Flame does have some value here. You know, sometimes I fix this stuff. Maybe I won't fix... maybe I won't fix the part where I completely stop talking in post. Whoops. Maybe it'll be nice to not have to listen to me. This is going to go badly. I should be dead. I don't know how this didn't happen. What I'm hoping is rapid succession of this will stun him. Oof. Oops. Okay. So here's the downside. Like, I can't get close to him in these things to help out. And so Headless is going to get wrecked here because I just can't help with this area of effect in place. I should have been... The only thing I need to be running from is... Oh, that did more damage than I thought. Okay, let me... Roll, 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 roll. So what this is telling me is that this fight's doable, if nothing else. Okay, need to roll. Oh, shit, I couldn't see. My own fault, not knowing where I was rolling to, but okay, so I'm going to definitely give this one more shot. Hopefully I can keep Headless around a little longer. I was so preoccupied by the rot that I wasn't really... Also had a weak opening. I was drinking the wrong potions, activating them before I was ready to go. Mistimed my roll. As you can see, I didn't roll. All right. Man. Yeah, what I was saying is maybe it'll be a nice change of pace and not have to listen to me talk the whole time. All right, let's see if I can do this again without just walking Teeth first into his first swing. Already? Come on. Whoa. So clearly the rot was building up, but it wasn't at the point where it would have triggered, so I'm not sure why it was an insta-kill at that moment. I thought it had a little more time. It's interesting, you know, I heard something on a recent episode of like Waypoint Radio. I was sadly about to go off the air. I think it was their penultimate podcast. And it was Patrick Klepek talking about how sometimes when you're in like a Souls game, your first run is kind of your best. Or maybe it was Patrick Klepek, or was it... I'm blanking on names. I'm bad with names. But they were talking about how like sometimes your first run is your best because you're not thinking about it as much. You're sort of instinctively reacting to what's going on. And I'm wondering if that's sort of what I'm getting a little bit, come on, a little bit here. Let's see, Headless is going to go down immediately. That's not going to... Because it's interesting, yeah, I feel like the first attempt, once I actually gave it an attempt, I almost beat it. But what I might do is I might stop for now. I'll pick it up here, maybe when I'm playing a fresh run, and see if that helps at all. But otherwise, thanks again. I'm glad we got a little bit done here. Glad we were able to clear a dungeon, do some exploring, and we'll pick it up next time. Thanks a lot.